Hi, what's up everybody? Thanks for coming back for more, and let me welcome you to another video tutorial about Git. Today I'll show you how to populate a repository. For this I'll simply create a bunch of files in my newly initialized repository. So let me open a text editor and create some files to the local repository. For that I'll open Sublime Text, but if you don't have this installed, feel free to use any text editor you wish. Now I need to fill this file with some text. In my case, because this is just a dummy text file, the content is unimportant, so I'll go online and grab some dummy text. So let me open Google Chrome and go to lipsum.com. Lipsum.com is just a website that has a lot of dummy text, and I'll copy the first paragraph and paste it into Sublime Text. Now I'm going to save this file as a text file inside our new rep repository. Right, and let's call this repo.text. Right, let's close this for now. Now let's go back to bash and see if Git recognizes the change we have made. Let me do an ls first just to make sure we're in the right directory. No, we're on the desktop now, so let's go ahead and enter the new rep repository. Let me do an ls here. As you can see, the new rep repository has the file repo.text. Right, so now let's see what's the file status in the repository. For that, we can simply do a git status command and hit enter. As you can see by the output given here, Git sees the file as untracked under the untracked files heading here. In order to begin tracking a new file, you need to use git add, right, and the name of the file. Right, so let's go ahead and begin tracking the repo text file. So git add repo text. Right, let's run this. Right, now let's hit git status. Oops, again, and see what Git is telling us now. So, as you can see, Git status tells us that we have a new file called repo.text, and you can tell that the file is staged because it's under the changes to be committed heading. So this file is yet to be committed, but it's something that Git is actually tracking at the moment. So let me go ahead and clear the screen, and let me just mention that when we commit to Git, we basically tell Git to take a snapshot of the current file, in our case repo.text. And this is just Git's way of keeping a backup of the file, such that if you do unnecessary tampering with the file, you can always return to Git and have a working copy. So when we want to commit, we just type in git commit, and if we type it like this without specifying any additional parameters, my default editor, let me run this, my default editor, in this case vi, pops up and asks me to insert a commit message for my change. Right, here I could simply type in a message identifying my commit. But let me just say that you should be very careful to write this message as an identifying message specific to the change you have made. So let me just say this is my first commit, exclamation mark. Let me save this and exit the file. Right, and now as you can see in the standard output, Git tells us something. So as you can see here, the commit returns the branch we're on, in this case the master branch, and to the right of that message we have some text which is basically a unique identifier for this commit. And last but not least, it shows the commit message to the right. The next line tells us that we have one file changed and that resulted in one insertion, And the last line simply tells us the name of the change file. So make sure you remember that every commit represents a saved point in time that you keep as a backup for future reference. Right, so now we can simply run git status, and that returns that we're on branch master and we have nothing to commit, and that our working directory is clean. In other words, there are no tracked or modified files. So when you commit, like I have here, let me outline this, right? You commit everything in the staging area, which basically means there's nothing left in the staging area after the commit. Moreover, the git status command keeps track of origin master, which is a reference back to our remote repository on Git, if we have any. Right, so that's enough for this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, feel free to address them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video where I'll show you how to edit files and also an easier way to commit them. Thanks for watching.